Hey everybody, Kyle with Family Firearm Reviews. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over a couple new holsters. We know there's probably a lot of new gun buyers out there, new gun owners. So you're left with a big struggle. What kind of holster do I need? What do I think about? Do I just get one of these old flimsy holsters? Do I need to get, one that has a soft back and a Kydex front? Do we need a fully Kydex holster? What about a belly band? What are those? What do we use with those? How do those work? Or an outside of the waistband holster. What kind of different retention systems are out there, right? This is kind of just your safari holster. You can pick these up at Walmart for around 20 bucks. What do we do with them? Which one's good? Which one's bad? We're gonna give you our opinions and we're gonna talk about it today, right? What your holster should do, what it has to meet, and what you need to carry that proper holster. With that, there are some links down below if you'd be lovely enough to go and check those out. There is a merch shop that has our nice shirts that Lauren has taken lots of time to design. There's some couple different designs in there, some cool ones. And there's also a link to our Patreon, there's a link to our Facebook, and there's a link to our Reddit. And now we have printable targets on our Reddit and our Facebook. They're also on the Patreon, so go ahead, check all that stuff out, print those targets out, and get some training in. So with that, let's get to the important stuff. Get out to the range with these holsters. So we're out here on the range, and we're gonna practice our concealed carry draw with these couple different holsters that we went over. I have that soft holster in, your Uncle Mike's holster, something that's not really fitted for your gun. Now these aren't 100% great, and I'm gonna show you why. Because as you can see here, there's a lot of movement, right? There's a lot of movement, and there's this holster is too big, but it's the closest one we could get to this size in the store. It does cover my trigger guard, which is a good thing, right? But as you can see, it doesn't positively lock my gun in. My gun can fall out. There's a lot of issues with this holster, right? So with that, I'm gonna load it up and we're gonna get out to shooting, okay? So I've got that holster here, and you wanna go over your belt. So you definitely wanna wear a belt. It's gonna help it stay in place. It's gonna help you keep it up while you're there all day. Also, when you draw, you're not gonna pull that holster out of your pants with the gun, right? It's gonna stay put. That's the main thing. You've gotta have a good belt. This is just a leather belt, because we know a lot of people aren't gonna go out and buy a tack belt right off the rip. So this is something, we just have a plate at 5 yards. I've got my equalizer here and kind of this flim-flammy holster, not the greatest one there is, and we're gonna go up in the way that I like to carry them from there. So you see, pretty easy to get it out, but when you reholster, especially if you're appendix carrying like this, you wanna, roll your slide, or if you're still loaded, this one doesn't have a safety, just has the grip safety, but flip your safety on. You would then pull your shoulders back. You want to lean back a little bit, keep your finger off the trigger, and then you want to reholster the firearm, right? And make sure that your hand stays off. Make sure you watch it go in. So you want to take it, you want to keep it in a safe direction, lean your shoulders back, keep your finger there, finger off to the side, reholster, garment down, right? So you need to practice getting that garment out of the way. It's not good enough just to buy the gun and then go to the range and shoot it stagnant. You really need to practice, even at home, just the draw, right? And getting comfortable, leaning back, holstering, right? And what I do, because this does have that grip safety, I actually stick my thumb here so I can't actually depress it when I'm putting it away. So finger off, thumb around the back, leaning back, holster in, garment over, right? So we're gonna get to the next holster. It's a Kydex holster. So now we're out here, we have kind of a Kydex holster in the front, kind of leather soft in the back. What's nice about this is when you get your firearm in there, it positively locks, right? It's not gonna fall out. It's really sturdy. You have a good trigger guard, right? And you can clip this over your pants. You can carry this appendix. You can carry it, strong side hip, whichever you prefer. I am an appendix guy, so I'm gonna place this holster in place and I'm gonna get it all set up, and then I'm gonna draw, I'm gonna load, then we'll get it back in there. But I wanna put it in there again, get it over top of my belt so it's secure, snug, get it positioned where it's as comfortable as it can be. With concealed carry, it's not gonna be super comfortable, right? And you wanna be able to draw it and your holster not move. So that's good. Before you put your mag in it at the house, you wanna work on getting it in there, make sure that you can get it back in. Now, that's another issue with these soft back holsters. If I'm, like I was leaning forward there a little bit, it's gonna push that soft material. So if you're in a strenuous situation and you're leaning forward, you're gonna fight to get it out, which is another downside to the holsters with those soft backs instead of just a hard Kydex. It's pinching in on my firearm. So I've got to lean back when I draw. I also have to lean back when I reholster the firearm. You have to get it just in there, click it in place, and you're good to go. So let's work with this one. I'm going to load it up, throw a mag down range with our IWI Masada S. Again, This one does not have a safety. It only has the trigger bar safety. So what I've got to do here, again, lean my hips back, get it in there nice and snug, watch it go in, click it into place, and then put my garment down, and then here we go. We'll just do another set of rounds to the target right here. So we're gonna go in, gonna go ahead, pull our garment up. Okay, we're all done. If we want to reholster, again, slide forward, put it back, lean your hips back, shoulders back, finger off the trigger, guide it in there, make sure it gets inside that holster, garment back over, right? So we're here with our solid Kydex holster. So this one's a lot sturdier. You can see it pinches in a little bit, but again, it's gonna get the firearm in there. It's gonna keep it secure. I can turn this all the way upside down. I can even hold it by the tip. No issue with it falling out, as you can see there. Same thing, it's gonna clip right over my belt. So again, we're unloaded right now. We're gonna get it in there. We're gonna position it over top of our belt, make sure it gets to the other side. Okay, we're good there. We wanna make sure that when we draw it, it stays in place. These are all things you should check at home, right? Before you go, you leave, you then get your magazine, get it in there, rack it. Again, this one doesn't have a safety. I'm not a huge fan of frame safeties. I like the trigger safeties. That's why you've got to have a very good holster. So again, I'm gonna lean my shoulders back. I'm gonna watch it go in the holster, right? And you saw how easy that one went in compared to the other one where I kind of had to wiggle it. It's because I was pinching on the back of that holster and compressing it in. Now this one is solid plastic, kind of. It's not the most comfortable, but carrying a gun's not always gonna be comfortable. It's a shield, it's not always about comfort. So here we are, I'll do a draw from this position and we'll go from there. I can even lean forward a little bit, right? And show you that I can still get the pistol out because I'm not pinching the back. Ten rounds all the way through, right? Slide forward, again, lean back, put it there. Now the same thing, you can run this strong side with the same kind of holster. You just go over here to your strong side hip, depending on how you want to have it, right? You can put it here in the dip, and that way, you know, it leaves a little bit more imprint for me. That's why I like appendix. I'm not a very big individual, but you can still do the same thing. Garment up, work on just placement and getting out there. That's a big thing you can do. Dry fire practice is one of the most important things you can do. So put your holster in at your house, make sure you're in a safe room, get something to aim at on the wall, get yourself a dummy round in there, or you know, a laser mantis system or a laser bullet, and just practice your draw, presentation, and then pow, right? And then rack your slide again, and then just do the same thing over and over again, right? And just get that presentation. Do it slow, because you want to work on what you're going to do. You want to be able to get your garment out of the way, get your gun up, get your support hand on there by the time you're presenting it to the target, right? As quick as possible, and you just want to get that muscle memory, right? So you just want to work on your muscle memory. Now we're going to do our belly band holster. I'm going to show you how it can be worn on a gentleman and a lady. So now I've got the belly band on. It's pretty nice. You can see I got it right here. I can wear it higher, I can wear it lower. It's really kind of giving you a lot of options, but again, it's soft. Okay, this one is soft. You can run a bunch of different firearms with it, and some people aren't really gonna be happy with that or say that that's great. I haven't had any issues with mine, but they do make ones that are Kydex, and they have a Kydex insert that you can get for them, or you can put your Kydex holster inside of the belly band pocket, right? If it's not possible to wear here. I've seen ladies use them here. Lauren wears hers up a little higher sometimes, depending on her outfit. But it's the same thing. You've got to have it solid in there. We have our 380 in there right now, so I carry a slightly larger gun, and I do usually carry my CZ75 compact in this one. But we do the same thing. You've just got to work on getting your draw. Safety off on this one. And then getting your targets on rounds. Again, just because we're carrying here, we want to flip our safety back on, and then we want to lean our hips back. Now this one, you're going to have to pull this out in order to get your firearm back in. So you're going to pull it out and put it in because it is very tight fitting. It doesn't have a Kydex holster in this one, right? So that is a bit of a drawback. It does give me good trigger guard protection, as you can see right here. My trigger's under there. And then if I was running or I was using this while working out, it also has a strap. I can strap the firearm in. It's not going to go anywhere. I've never had any issues without the strap. I usually use it without, but I can get it very low. I can wear it a little higher on me if I'm wearing, you know, a jacket. I can spin it around to weak side, whatever I'm comfortable with. But belly bands are not a bad idea, and they are great for females, and Lauren's gonna demonstrate that.
Hey guys, so I've got the belly band on now, and this is typically something that I would wear if you're wearing like a bulkier sweatshirt or some layers. If you're going somewhere where you can't have your fanny pack or your carry bag, it's nice to have an option for that, and I'll show you how this works for me now. So I'm carrying it right about here. You can't really tell because I've got the oversized on. So you lift, draw, reholster that. You're gonna make sure your safety's back on. And like Kyle said, you're gonna have to pull that out a little bit, but you can feel for it too. It's really easy to tell that difference. Garment back on.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the video. We showed you a couple of the different holster styles out there, and just so you have an idea, especially for a first-time shooter or a new shooter to concealed carry, what you want to get, what's out there. You don't want to end up with a box like me, like Lauren, a box full of holsters that we don't like and don't use, right? Because we don't want to give crappy holsters to someone else. We keep them here, we try them on other firearms. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. I prefer the Kydex, or the belly band is always good, especially in the summertime. If I'm wearing shorts or basketball shorts, I can use that belly band. That's kind of an advantage to that. Sometimes I do, if it's a smaller firearm, put my Kydex holster inside. I really do try to avoid those Uncle Mike soft holsters because they don't have a lot of retention. They don't have a lot of rigidity. That's really what I'm looking for in a good holster. Now, find yourself a good holster. Go check a couple out at the gun store. Don't make it an afterthought. Okay, I bought a gun, now I need a holster, right? Google Amazon. Go look at what's there. Go to your local firearm shop. Go to, you know, anywhere that sells handguns that has different holsters. Check them out. You know, ask the guy at the counter, hey, I have this gun. It's here in your case. Can I see how it fits in this holster? They're usually very happy to show you how that works. They're going to put it in for you. They're going to let you check it out. You know what I mean? I don't think they're going to let you tuck it into your pants, but you can see the retention and see how it's going to hold that firearm. That's a great thing to do, especially if you buy your firearm, you're going to pick it up the same day. Don't get the cheapest holster. The cheapest holster isn't always the best. I'm not saying go buy a $300 holster, but spend 40, 50 bucks on it, right? Get a good Kydex comfortable holster, right? Because
it's essential. Again, it's another piece of the gun. If you're going to carry this gun, you're going to wear it 8+ hours every day. You're going to wear it when you're travel. You're going to have it on you in a stressful situation. You want to make sure that you can rely on how you're carrying it. It's extremely important. And like you said, we showed a few of them today. We've got a bunch more at home in the failed bin that we didn't like, and they're changing all the time. I know for women, for how our clothes are cut and how imprinting works for us, they're always coming out with a new product. There's always a new bag, a new belly band, a new way for us to carry, and I'm interested in trying those. I like that it's evolving, and I want to continue to find something that gives me safety while I carry my firearm, and also is very comfortable and that I can work with a bunch of outfits. So we'll continue to keep picking things up and keep testing them as they go, but it is very important that you can rely on the holster that you're carrying your weapon in.
yeah, 100%. For gentlemen, just like Lauren said for ladies, it's not always going to be the most comfortable thing, but you want to get one that you're willing to wear and that's comfortable for you. Because if it's not comfortable, you're going to get in the truck, you're going to take it out, you're going to put it somewhere else, you're going to go into Walmart. Oh man, I left it in the truck. Whatever, I'm in Walmart, right? Or I'm going to not want to carry it, right? I'm going to leave the house and it's an afterthought. Or when I'm at the house, and I know people say, oh, I have a shotgun in the closet, in my bedroom on the second floor. You know, if you're carrying your firearm, even in your own home, right? It's just like the thing. I tell Lauren I always carry it because of Decepticons, and I told her that one day, and the toaster started laughing. Shot the toaster, got that Decepticon, right? That's the reason I have it. So you always want to be prepared in case something like that happens, right? So be ready, carry it, find what's right for you, find a good, sturdy holster that protects that trigger and that you can use and function properly with your everyday life, right? And train with it like we did here today, and make sure if you're doing appendix carry like I prefer myself, leaning those shoulders back, finger off the trigger, engaging that safety. Watch while you're engaging it into that holster, right? Make sure it's going in properly every time. It could catch on your drawstring on your jacket, it could catch on a belt loop or something like that. You always want to make sure you're getting it in there very smoothly. Lean back, give it a nice clear shot that if it does go off, it's going past your leg. It's not going to get you in the leg like you're leaning forward, right? There's important stuff down there, gentlemen. You want to make sure that muzzle's in a good direction when you're holstering. So, thanks for checking the video out. Hope to see you again next time, and later.
Thanks for watching our video. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel.
Comment below. We want to hear from you. Get more content from Family Firearm Reviews by joining our Patreon and checking out the links